So I'm John Owen, I'm Head of Research Support in IT Services, and I know we're going to have a really good day today. We're going to have a mixture of technology and research talks, and just a whole balance of how we're bringing advanced technology to support the research that's going on campus. So with that, and without further ado, I would like to introduce Professor Tim Softley, who is Pro Vice Chancellor for Research and Knowledge Transfer, who's going to talk to us about Birmingham's research ambitions and enabling technology. Tim?
Well, thank you, John. I'm delighted to welcome you all here to this launch, whether you be from Birmingham or from outside. If you're not an IT specialist, and I don't really count myself as an IT specialist, then it's not easy to imagine quite what a bare cloud is. I mean, where is it and what does it look like? I did a little bit of research on this, and this is what I came up with. This is known as the Winnie the Pooh cloud. But I think the point is that to a user, it doesn't matter what the cloud is or where it is. It's the rain that falls from it in the form of high-performance computing capability and the rainbow that accompanies it in the sense of a user interface that can be tailor-made to individual needs. It's that we're celebrating today. We're celebrating the very tangible contribution that the cloud will make to the research efforts of this university and to our partners and collaborators. And I think that to be celebrating the launch of the Bare Cloud in this, what is actually a music building, is symbolic of its purpose, to provide the support for all kinds of research, from the arts and humanities through to social sciences, to physical and life sciences and medicine. This is really a cloud for all. The strapline of our research strategy for 2015-20 is research that matters. And just 2 weeks ago, I have to mention, we celebrated some of the basic research that happened in Birmingham in the 1970s to the 1990s, which led to the award of 3 Nobel Prize winners, David Thouless, Mike Kosterlitz, and Fraser Stoddart for physics, the first 2 in chemistry. And all 3 of them did the key work for the Nobel Prize here in Birmingham. Earlier in 2016, in the top left-hand corner there, we celebrated here the work particularly of Alberto Vecchio and Andreas Frieser in discovering or making the first observation of gravitational waves. This was part of a major project involving 1,000 collaborators. If you look at the actual paper in Physics Review Letters, you'll see the first 8 pages are a list of authors. But Alberto and Andreas were very central in the work of this project. Such research undoubtedly matters. It may well be fundamental research, but it matters because of the way that it transforms our thinking and understanding of how the world works. It transforms the intellectual agenda, our theories, and our technological capabilities. But some of our research also has more immediate and obvious benefits. It matters to the people that benefit from it. Nick Lohman, I think, will talk later about his work with to combat the Ebola and Zika virus. Other examples here, you'll see the top right-hand corner illustrating work that's been done in our geography department, or in GES, showing the beneficial effects of planting trees on flood plains. And this work involved sophisticated computer simulation. We've also opened this year in the bottom left-hand corner there, the High Temperature Research Center. This is an alliance with Rolls-Royce in which we're working on the development of turbines that can operate at higher temperatures and hence higher efficiency. So at some point in the future, you'll probably be able to fly non-stop from London to Sydney, if ever you'd want to do that. And that will be as a result of the greater efficiency of the engines, which results from them being able to operate at higher temperature. And in my bottom right-hand corner, I have to mention the research by a graduate student at Birmingham, which led to the uncovering of the oldest known fragment of the Quran, probably that was created within the lifetime of the Prophet Muhammad. And if you had seen the tears in the eyes of some of our local Islam community, and also noted that via Twitter this reached 450 million people, you would have no doubt that this was research that matters. And actually, all of these examples I've been talking about relied in different ways on the sophisticated use of IT. Here at Birmingham, I think we recognize that we can't do world-class research and research that has truly global impact without a world-class infrastructure and environment for our research. Our researchers need high-quality, leading-edge tools at their disposal to be competitive internationally. So reflecting this, we decided to invest an additional £10 million in the last year on a range of equipment. We invested in new mass spectrometers for metabolomics and proteomics, in high-resolution imaging to identify mechanisms for cardiovascular and cancer therapy, high-temperature furnaces for developing those high-temperature materials. And we also recognized the ever-growing role that big data was having in our research, particularly in the life sciences at this university, and then invested an additional 2.3 million to provide another 20 petabytes of water-cooled storage and to double our HPC capacity. I do recall explaining to the University Council what a petabyte is. Our investment reflects the measures also that the research councils, especially EPSRC, have taken to support research infrastructure in the UK through their multi-user equipment grants to underpin the research that they sponsor. And in addition to the new HPC facilities here, through the generosity of EPSRC, we are a participant in the Midlands Innovation Plus consortium, which is sharing a 3.2 million grant for 12,000 new cores at the Tier 2 HPC facility at the University of Loughborough. And this very much adds to the resources that we have here on site. The acronym BEAR stands for the Birmingham Environment for Academic Research. And the new BEAR Cloud has objectives that are very much aligned with that title in its aim to provide a world-class environment for research. And in the future, we expect our HPC to support research ranging from the humanities and corpus linguistics, the financial modelling that might support our work with the City of Birmingham and its regional economy, our engagement with CERN and the Hadron Collider, the calculation of molecular properties in chemistry, the modelling of macroscopic properties of materials in our materials and metallurgy department, to the analysis of the vast swathes of data which come from proteomics and metabolomics in our Phenome Centre, to the needs of clinical trials in partnership with the local hospitals. So we've developed the BEAR Cloud in order to provide the resources of high-performance computing to all disciplines in this university. I grew up with the Unix command language as a physical chemist. It's something that you take for granted. However, this is not the case for many disciplines. And the key point about the BEAR Cloud is that we can use it with a range of user interfaces, including Windows interfaces. So it overcomes the fundamental barriers that anyone trying to use HPC resources for the first time has to tackle. And it will undoubtedly lead to a considerable expansion of the use of high-performance computing in this university in terms of the breadth of the research, as well as the quality of research that it will underpin. So we look forward to seeing more research that matters that's been made possible by this new facility. And I wish you an interesting day here at this launch of the BEAR Cloud. Thank you very much. I'll hand back now to John Owen.